Hello everyone. This is a very important video for anyone who's involved in the Seattle community, or anyone who has or is currently affiliated with my martial arts school, Martial Sports. Martial Sports is on the verge of a possible collapse. And this isn't from a lack of students or a poor business plan. Actually, the business is doing fantastic. But this is from rather Seattle Pacific University apparently just trying to save some money and expand their organization. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Master Jason Purcell. I've been in martial arts for as long as I can remember. I've been teaching for over 17 years and I've owned my own martial arts school now for over 11 years. Now, the previous owner of my business actually made very decent money. I make a lot less than he did, yet I have more students than he had. How is that possible? It's possible because of how much we give back to the community. We help out with as many different organizations, charities, schools that we can. So for example, we'll donate to various auctions for fundraisers. So we'll donate a 3-month membership or a 6-month membership or family classes or private lessons. And we donate again to just about every single school that we can. So we donate to preschools, kindergarten, grade schools, middle schools, high schools, public or private schools. We donate to various cures for diseases. We donate to various cures for cancer. I also work pro bono with many different organizations. So I work with Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Cub Scouts. I've had over 100 at-risk youth. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of homeschooling families who could not afford martial arts classes. I've also taught free women's self-defense classes and free regular self-defense classes for people, for example, who donate their time helping the homeless. So this has been a way I could give back. If you're gonna put yourself in kind of a sketchy part of town, let me give you some basic self-defense. We added up everything Martial Sports has done for the community over the last 11 years. And I am proud to say that my studio has raised over $440,000 to the community. Also, if you've ever been a part of our program, if you've ever seen classes or taken classes, or even talked to anybody who's done classes at Martial Sports, you're gonna hear nothing but great things. Martial Sports truly is a business that can literally change your life. And unfortunately, all of this is at risk of being wiped out. Seattle Pacific University is days away from taking ownership of the property that my business is currently sitting on. And all the rumors that I'm hearing are telling us that SPU will most likely be kicking us off the property as quickly as legally possible. The problem with this is that a move is obviously difficult, but secondly, it's very expensive. Everything that we've added up is looking like it's going to cost us at least $50,000 to move. And to ask any small business owner, to ask any average American to come up with 50 grand in a matter of several months, it's rather unrealistic. What's been upsetting about this, though, is the way that SPU has handled this. You see, they haven't come and talked to me once about this. And the reason that's upsetting to me is because, first of all, I'm an alumnus. I graduated from SPU in 2002. Secondly, I worked for the university, both as an undergraduate and as an adjunct professor, and I worked for them for a decade. I've also been highly involved in the community, so for them to not come and talk to me, and when they talked to my landlord about this, they told him they were simply going to renew my lease, and this wouldn't affect us in the tiniest bit. It's looking more and more like SPU either probably just changed their mind or potentially even just lied about this. For me to find out about it, the way that I did was I had contractors come in, barge into one of our kids' classes, interrupt what I was teaching, start measuring the doorway and talking about what they could take out of the business. This was totally inappropriate and blatantly disrespectful. At this point, I reached out to SPU and I said, so what's going on? This is kind of a big deal. If you're going to have me move, this could destroy my business. They responded by saying they would not talk to me until the sale was finished. To this date, they now are simply just ignoring us. Now, with all this said, there is some good news. First of all, there are a lot of people that want to see Martial Sports succeed. We've been looking for a new facility and we found one. It's only 3 blocks away from our current location. Also, it's larger, it has parking, and it has air conditioning. So actually, if we could get into the space, it would be better in the long run. The downside is we are going to have to come up with at least $50,000, but I think we can do that. Now, the reason this is so expensive is, first, we need a specific type of martial arts flooring, and this has to be fairly thick because there's going to be a business directly underneath us and also businesses beside us. I want Martial Sports to be a spot where kids can be kids. They can run around, they can yell, they can scream, they can do their kicks, they can do their key-ups, but we need to make sure that we're being respectful to other businesses. The flooring alone is going to be about $24,000, but then shipping and handling on this is an additional 20% of the cost. So the reality is the flooring alone is going to cost us about $30,000. Then we need to also build out a men's and women's locker room. We need to build extra utility room, office. We need to go ahead and have a drinking fountain. We need to paint, other cosmetics, signage. Just paying for a sign alone can be several thousand. So we need at least 30,000 for the floor and probably at least 20,000, maybe even a little bit more for everything else. Now I've had a lot of people asking how they can help out, and we need help one of several ways. The first thing is we need to come up with an idea of how to do a potential fundraiser. We're thinking about doing something through a Kickstarter or Indiegogo campaign. The other thought that I had was doing maybe a fundraiser on a weekend where we could do a kids class, we could do a family class. But the point is, I've never really done a fundraiser. So if anybody has any thoughts on this, if you've ever helped out with a fundraiser, please come and talk to me about that. Secondly, we need help with time. I've had some people say, well, you know what, we don't have a lot of money right now, but do you need extra foot soldiers? Do you need some people to help paint? Do you need people to help move? Yes, okay, we're definitely gonna need foot soldiers. So if you have any time, please let me know. Also, if you have any specific skills. So for example, one of my students is a contractor, and he said, look, Jason, if you get the materials, I will help you do this build out for free. So if you have any specific skills that could help us out, please let me know. And the last way we could use help is we need to get some loans. So what we're looking at is the current landlord is probably gonna give us the first 4 months free of rent. Now, if I know I don't have to pay rent for August or for September, October, November, I have always made my monthly rent payment every single month for the last 11 years. If I know we don't have to pay rent in August and I can get a loan to help out with some of the floor or help out with whatever, then I know, okay, this month I can pay this person back. For September, we'll pay this person. For October, we can do this. So if anybody's interested in a loan, we could even do 10% interest on this. And again, we would just pay you back with when we would be normally paying rent. That could be a huge way to help us out as well. The last 11 years of my life have been something I've been very proud of, something I've had a great time teaching and working with thousands of kids, teens, and adults. I want to make sure that Marshall Sports sticks around for another 10, 20, 30 years, and even longer than that. So thank you for your time. Thank you for helping me with this. Please tell your friends, your family, your neighbors about this. Spread the word. Thank you again, and I'll talk to you soon.